The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for
Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA. DA. Guys, I love his honesty. All right, thank you, DA. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the four-man position. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Now here's Hayward. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Brown finds Tatum. Misses the 3. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. And it's denied. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Tatum leading the charge. And it's Brown missing. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Brown kicks to Tice. The Mavericks pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Curry outside. Dallas again missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Brown. Back to Walker. Floats one, and he sinks the layup.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Doncic, here we go. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Banked in off the glass.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Left side, Tatum. Back to Brown. Passes to Tice. Shot clock at 5. Over Porzingis. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
And here is Curry. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Tatum. Brown kicks to Walker. Back to Brown. Tatum deciding where to go with it. The 17-footer. Here's Tice. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Porzingis can't hit. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
You don't see many big guys run the floor like this, do you? I mean, Porzingis special.
Outside, Walker. Tice finds Brown. Outside, Walker from downtown, and he's good on the 3 ball. Walker's got 8.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Curry. Another 3 for Dallas.
He's gaining more and more confidence over time from deep. Seth Curry proving he's got touch from out there.
Brown outside. Outside Tatum. Pass to Walker. Back to Tatum. The pass to Brown. Boston needs to get off a shot. The Celtics working the ball around now. Walker's shot is off. Right side Hardaway. Out to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Tie game in Boston. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens.
Our relationship started when I was in high school.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the guard position. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And it's Burke with the ball for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against...
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just cannot quantify.
Well, I'm going to quantify something right now, Greg. This is a close game, and that was something special.
Well, in a game like this, fellas, when you have a chance to send a message, you do it. And boy, did he do it.
And here is Marjanovic following Jaylen Brown's 3. Marjanovic, excellent D from Kanter.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Here's Brown. The Mavericks making the shot. Back to Smart. Pass to Wanamaker. He kicks to Smart. Smart on the wing. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And that one's good. Wright's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs. Celtics have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Brown. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And Brown is just so physically imposing. I mean, especially inside where he usually gets whatever he wants.
Took him no time at all on that one. Burke's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Smart finds Williams. Back to Smart. Pass to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Burke covering. And there it is for him. Wanamaker's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Shoots from the baseline. Burke can't get it to go.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Down low, here's Wanamaker, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Wanamaker's got 4 this quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The first free throw is good. Boston making some changes. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Brown. And it's Kemba Walker in for Smart. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for DeLon Wright. Curry's checked in for J.J. Barea. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. Here's Curry with the three. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 9.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And, Kevin, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes, a sign of a skilled offensive player.
Hayward can hit.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Another three for Dallas.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Porzingis with the steal. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Dallas up 2. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Mark, do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Walker the pass to Tice. Hayward kicks to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. And here's Walker outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. A shot by Curry, no good. Celtics trail by 3. Tatum drives in. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
Love when Tatum puts it on the floor now. Superb at driving right to the basket and has excellent speed to get there.
At the tip, Porzingis on the foul. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. Boston making some changes. Enes Kanter comes in for Daniel Tice. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Walker finds Kanter. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Walker. Smart on the wing. The 11-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Mavericks leading by 3. Finney-Smith passes to Hardaway. Stolen by Walker. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. It counts. And the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Walker with a clean look, and he hits it to tie the game up. Walker's got 11 points.
Walker ready to shoot as soon as he catches the ball there. Great anticipation from the veteran guard.
Porzingis, it's good. The assist that time from Burke. And that's now 10 points for Porzingis.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum in the charge.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tatum really good, Kevin, at getting out in transition and taking advantage of what the defense gives you.
The pass to Burke. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Smart. Out to Hayward. Walker the pass to Smart. Back to Walker. Smart against Wright. Let's go. Kept alive. Out to Hayward. The tray. And again, Boston with the triple.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
Burke can't get it to go. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Tatum doesn't just make J's now. He's a complete offensive player, a lethal scorer.
Burke finds Porzingis. And again, Dallas turns it over. Here's Brown. He's got 8. He gets it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Celtics lead by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Here's Curry with the 3. The shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by Smart. Tice passes to Wanamaker. Porzingis with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
It's stolen by Tice. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
Kleba shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see. Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Outside Hardaway. Curry with a wide open look. A three-pointer no good. If you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleba is a versatile defensive stopper too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet. He's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker too.
Kemba Walker's checked in for the Celtics. Upside, Porzingis stolen by Smart. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Here's Tice. Back to Brown. Outside, Smart. Williams passes to Brown. Williams dishes to Smart. 6 to shoot. Celtics passing it around. Tries again. The kick out to Williams. Right side to Walker. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 16 points for Kemba Walker.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Curry gets the bucket.
Shots like this prove Seth Curry is unafraid when it comes to taking big shots. Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Mavericks trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's exactly why they turn to Porzingis here, guys. They trust him to step up in big moments.
Shots good by Walker. Walker's got 10 points here in the second half.
That is why they give it to Walker. You can trust him to make smart decisions in big spots.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Boston making some changes. Tatum, he's checked in for Robert Williams. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Marcus Smart. Tatum finds Brown. And the 3 off target. Dallas has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Unflappable under pressure. You see why they give it to Hardaway Jr. Because he knows how to rise to the occasion.
Pass to Walker. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 1:19 left in the fourth. Porzingis passes to Kleba. That ties it up. Kleba's got 4 points in the quarter.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Inside, Tice kicks to Brown. Back to Tice. To the inside from 12 feet out. That's good on the jump shot.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Curry against Brown to take the lead. But they recover it. Porzingis. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Porzingis is doubled. Curry passes to Hardaway. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, he's got a great motor, Hardaway Jr. He does not need to be pushed to step up in big moments. He relishes it.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Brown. Curry on the wing. Back to Hardaway. And Curry has it in the corner. Over Tatum. Oh, off target. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's Curry. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony.
edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Payday. The players love him. Thank you, David. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, they've got Curry. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. The Blazers on offense.
Start at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by McCollum. Curry against Lillard. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Four-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major. Now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
Yeah, and don't forget about him.
Oh, what a beautiful play.
What intensity. Did you see that? Great.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
I like to see this Lillard. Patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis, and it's good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Deep 2 from Anthony, and no good. His first shot of the night, missing. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot, and they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Offensive rebound, second shot opportunity. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. While we have a chance, here are the NBA's assist leaders for the second half of the season. Luka Doncic, 4th.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Curry can't get it to go. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Hardaway, and he gets it to go.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Porzingis with the steal. And there's the pass to Doncic. And the shot goes in. Doncic has got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Anthony left side. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
It's Curry outside. That shot off. Anthony with the defensive effort. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Lillard. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Doncic finds Porzingis. Here's Curry. 40 seconds left to play here in the first. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Curry. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. 4-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Hardaway with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And DeLon Wright hits the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Correa comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. That's a little. Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 4. And we'll get going at great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think
knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. The Mavericks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Here's Hazonia, and then jammed down right as he goes over Marjanovic.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Back to Wright. Pass to Burke. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
Here's Simons. Out to the right wing. Tries a 3. Little can't hit. Mavericks leading by 3. And the layup falls.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Simons. Burke covering. Trent passes to Hazania. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. For three. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Right, the pass to Marjanovic. And stolen by Hazonia. He's all alone. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Jusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry's checked in for Wright, and Doncic is subbed in for Burke.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And the Blazers were looking for that third star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
But Kevin, let's think about it. He was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Outside, Porzingis passes it to Marjanovic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Deep 2 from Anthony, and too long on the shot. Mavericks leading by 7. On the pass to Curry. For the 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further. When he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter, still none so far here in the second.
Lets it fly. He can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way. Pass to Whiteside. Lillard outside. And they get it. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Boreas checked in. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And it's good to see McCollum working on becoming a better defender, using his quick hands to wipe the ball away.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Whiteside. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Oh, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. With 1 on the clock. Can't hit that one.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And guys, for the Mavericks, and that'll about do it as we...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
We've got Hardaway. Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in a power forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They've led by as much as 10.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Little's checked in, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Curry gets the bucket.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Anthony's shot is off. Dallas leading by 6. Hardaway with it. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Nice shot by Porzingis.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive.
And here's Anthony from the arc. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. On its way from Curry for 2, and another basket for Dallas.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Anthony dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 9.
Terrific focus from the skilled guard. I mean, Lillard maintaining concentration in the face of his defense.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. The 3 from Anthony. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. Fires from deep. Curry with the defensive effort.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Yes, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. This is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Back to Hazonia. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Oh, just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
Drains the 3-pointer. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Here's Azania. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
A nice shot by Barea.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
A nice shot by Simons.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. The shot's good.
That's a tough bucket. I mean, the D was right up on him as tight as possible. But you're not going to stop this guy from getting to the cup.
Another 3 for Dallas.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Lillard attacking. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Lays it up and banks it in. Marjanovic has got 7.
Well, the bounce pass is the ticket there. Very nice assist.
Lillard finds Azania. Puts up a 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
It makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hi guys, well the head athletic trainer for Portland provided some information. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately, we know he's in good hands. You hope to see him back on the court soon.
And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. They've got Collins, also Whiteside out there, and it's Simons in at the 1. To the middle, here's Barea, and the rejection by Collins.
An established defender at a young age. Collins has the timing and the reach to block shots.
Inside, Whiteside, the lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Kleba. He's guarded by Collins. Kleba with the bucket.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. It's stolen by Barea. Right outside. A 3-ball. Traps in the tray.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Anthony. That one doesn't drop. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony leading the charge.
Well, so often we see this. Transition buckets off turnovers.
Well, you know, Greg, this is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
Barea, no good.
And you know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Wright finds Burke. And here's Porzingis. Collins grabs the miss. And an intentional foul right there. The Guys, it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year it comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Maxi Kleber. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Lee's subbed in for Luka Doncic.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Marjanovic passes to Kid Gilchrist. Curry kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The 3. And Curry the bucket on the assist from Kid Gilchrist.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Lillard from outside. Portland again missing.
And that would have been a big 3 if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Porzingis.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Again, Curry missing. Here is Lillard. From past the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's
that is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
No.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
He hits both from the stripe.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
On its way from Curry for 2. Can't nail the jumper. Lillard from outside, off on that one. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. DA. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Portland. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
And for the Trailblazers, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortune.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at small forward. Now, here's Tice. Now the pass to Walker. This one for 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Here's Walker, following the score by Damian Lillard. Back to Walker. Outside Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. To the inside. Pass to Tice. Hayward kicks to Walker. Here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. 5 on the clock. And here's Walker outside. Hits it from three-point range.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Nurkic finds McCollum. Lillard with it. Outside Anthony. Takes a 3. Unable to get that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Walker dishes to Brown. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Count that one. Walker's got 5 now. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Boston. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws here for the night.
You wonder, with Nurkic last year getting hurt, just how much further the Blazers could have gone. Again, carried by C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard. Their unbelievable dynamic duo at the guard position. But the defensive anchor all year long had been Nurkic.
The shot by Williams, no good. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. Trent passes to Whiteside. Now here's Little. He's guarded closely. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And with their high-powered backcourt, Brent, Nurkic providing the Blazers with that sorely needed paint presence. He is a big body.
Big body who sets screens and frees up a bunch of room for those guards that you mentioned, Kevin. But the interesting thing is about all the dirty work that Nurkic can do down low for this basketball team, picking up 10, 12 points in the painted area, putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
So it's Portland now after the basket by Boston. Passes it to Trent. Here's the three. Second chance shot. Nice D from Williams. Celtics leading by 4. 20 feet out. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
Simons the pass to Trent. Over Smart. Portland no good that time either.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Wanamaker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 to shoot. Shoots off the step back. That one no good. Here's Azania. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Eight seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. Excellent D there from Williams.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Celtics out in front, ending the first quarter on a 9-1 run. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Clock is at 3. Lillard finds Collins. Some solid defense from Brown.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Hayward with the stuff.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Back to McCollum. Lillard against Walker. And that one's good. Lillard.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Outside Williams. Brown against Anthony. Outside Walker. The kick out to Brown. Beyond the arc. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Brown. Walker's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs. They know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
The feed now to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
Anthony in the corner. The pass to Whiteside. Over Williams. And Whiteside snaps it home.
Awesome jam from Whiteside there, really dropping the hammer.
Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Anthony against Hayward. Now, here's Whiteside. He's tightly guarded. The wide open look here for Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The Celtics also changing it up. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brown. Clock at 2. Williams, that's good. And the Celtics lead by 15.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Nurkic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Yusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Yusuf Nurkic has never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Simons. Here's Trent. Hezonja on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Hezonja, the pass to Trent. Here's Simons. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Long range from the inbound. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, out in front of the half is Boston. They lead by 15. Kenny, what do you...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Tatum kicks to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Walker. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shoots over Walker. And there's Lillard on the assist by Nurkic. Lillard's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. Poked away. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. He dishes it to Anthony. Lillard outside. From deep, Collins. Here's Nurkic. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
6 on the shot clock, and so they choose to intentionally foul. Celtics making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Pass to Tice. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hayward with the ball. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Fades. Almost, but it rolls out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And they pick up 2. 10 points for Walker.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lillard dishes to Anthony, and Anthony gets double teamed. McCollum outside. Back to Anthony. Over Hayward. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Over Hayward. Portland again missing.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And here's Walker outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. Cantor inside. Whiteside's there. A shot by Hayward, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 15. Nurkic with it. Cantor covering. They get it back. McCollum dishes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 10 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Azania. The Trailblazers rebound. Little passes to Trent. A second chance effort. And it's off the back rim, no good. And he commits the intentional foul. Celtics have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. First one falls for him.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Hazonia with the ball. He's against Williams. Hazania's shot is off.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
The Celtics have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That free throw, no good.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
The first one falls.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 19-point game. There's the pass to Hazanya. Kicks it to Little. Back to Hazonia. In the corner, it's Little. Drills the three-pointer. Little's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And they go to the intentional foul.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Both teams will make substitutions. Both good from the line that time. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Nurkic is out there with Whiteside, then it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here's Smart. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game. Lets it go from deep. Here's Simons. Another shot. Got a piece of it. Left side, Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. Pass to Simons. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Back to Nurkic. Uncovered. Off the left rim and out.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Down low. Pass to Wanamaker. Launches a 3. But he stays with it. Back to Tice. Brown outside. Passes it to Wanamaker. 5 on the clock. They get the rebound. It's blocked, and he gets it back. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Knocks down the 3 ball. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
The pass to Simons. Here's Trent. Portland again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Tatum on the wing. There's Brown with the 3. Here's Tice. The kick out to Tatum. It's tipped. Top of the key, Wanamaker. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And Tice gets it to go. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that Players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Pass to Nurkic. Looking to get it going. It's Anthony with the drive, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, Melo right now is in attack mode and not settling for the jump shot, slashing apart this weakened defense.
It's stolen by Anthony.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Boston.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
They get it back. The kick out to Williams. The 3. Boston again missing. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Gabriel hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Pass to Smart. Outside Williams to the wing right side. Passes to Smart. Outside Green. Clock at 6. And that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
That's good from Cantor.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
Adams, the pass to Hazania. Got a piece of it. Now here's Williams, and so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The sprawling metropolis of and we've got David Eve's come a long way. Thank you. Doris, the depth of talent for these two teams, a real point of pride for both.
Well, I think both of these front offices take extraordinary pride, Kevin, in their ability to surround their star players, and you have to have stars. But the key is the guys around them. What is their fit? Do they complement the stars' greatest attributes? That is the measure of a great front office.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5. And for the Mavericks, we've got Hardaway, Doncic out there with Curry. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Now here's Hayward. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Curry passes to Finney-Smith. Fires the 3. Hayward grabs the board. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively. Drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Two things are a product of that. One, you shoot a ton of freebies. Two, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those two things is going to work.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Walker leading the charge. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Tice. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes. Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Tries from 10. Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Cantor. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, just 4 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot from deep. Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Mavericks trailing. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. That gives them the lead.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
To the paint, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, this is Enes Kanter's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Back to Porzingis. Curry on the wing. The offensive rebound. Porzingis on the foul.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Outside, Walker. Outside, Tatum. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Guys, you talk about players coming in, and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Hardaway. J.J. Barea's checked in for Curry, and it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Here's Smart following the score by Dallas. Outside Williams. Back to Smart. Wanamaker looking over the floor. That shot, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And here's Barea outside. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Smart. Outside Williams. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some... Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Smart after the Mavericks pick up 3. Here's Wanamaker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The pass to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down. And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Burke, the pass to Barea. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Smart.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Boston. Out of Würzburg, Germany, undrafted Maxi Kleba with a strong start, Doris, to his career.
Incredible to think he grows up in the same small town as Dirk Nowitzki, and he first meets Dirk when he's 12 years old. What an amazing story for them to become teammates on the Mavericks. So cool.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Wanamaker the pass to Brown. And Wright pulls it down. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Smart finds Canner. Back to Tice. Pass to Wanamaker. Back Back to Tice. Over Porzingis. And Tice gets it to go.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Outside Hardaway. Curry with a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Smart kicks to Tice. 40 seconds left to play in the first half. Wanamaker the pass to Cantor, and he could not get that one to go. Up, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Hayward goes in, good, and Smart gets the assist.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Celtics trail by 10.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, he has such a great feel for what the defense is conceding, and Kristaps Porzingis makes a nice play on the inside.
A big-time effort for Porzingis.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a one-point lead. And that'll...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the floor for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Mavericks shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Seth Curry has found his footing in this league. He gains more and more confidence every year.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the Celtics with possession here, following the score by Dallas. Tice, no good.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Passes it to Curry. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Lets the three fly. No good on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
They grab their own miss. Porzingis can't cash in from close range. Celtics trail by 13. Hayward kicks to Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. To the inside. Tice. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tice has got 6 points.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Here's Curry with the three, and the three ball is good. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 7, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great foot, and we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
Oh, I love those names, and you're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Look, Kevin, when Jaylen Brown is feeling it, I think you've got to feed him because you want his confidence to grow as that skilled scorer you hope he will be.
Now, here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Tice. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that, Greg. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Dallas making a switch here. Boreas checked in, and then for Boston. Ogilvy is checked in for Daniel Tice, and it's Green in for Jaylen Brown.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Burke, the pass to Wright. And here's Barea outside. Rebound by Williams. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Ogilvy. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Ojeley's got his first points in this one.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Now here's Barea. 8 points for him. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Well, you want to make sure you maximize that first shot in this 2-for-1 situation, though. Don't take a bad one just to accomplish it.
Mavericks making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Marjanovic. Kleber. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Wanamaker. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Mavericks. Wright is out there with Burke. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic. And it's Kleber in at the 4-man position. And here are the Mavericks now. Doncic outside, inside. Here's Marjanovic, and no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Stolen by Smart. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Now here's Burke. Doncic passes to Marjanovic, and that one drops.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Cantor, following the score by Dallas. Shot clock at 5, and Walker kicks to Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Growing confidence in his jumper. Smart is rising and firing after the catch of the pass. Nice.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Burke, and it's Seth Curry in for DeLon Wright. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. Pass to Tice. Doncic with the steal. Curry kicks to Hardaway. Connects from three-point range. And now a 6-point Dallas lead.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
Here's Brown. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
It's blocked. And finished off by Brown.
Oh, Kevin, Jaylen Brown with the big shot, proving hard work pays off.
Doncic dishes to Curry. Another 3 for Dallas.
You have to want to be ready in big moments, and Seth Curry delivers big time.
It's good. Tice has got 10 points in just the second half.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Over in the corner, Doncic. Stolen by Walker. Tatum with it. Hardaway picks him up. The pass to Tice. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Green, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Count that one.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. Tice passes to Wanamaker. Tice, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
To the middle. Puts it up from 12. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Celtics trail by 5. Wanamaker the pass to Green. Left side, Smart. Here's Tice, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
And so they foul intentionally. Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 3. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Green, and it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Williams finds Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Smart. Offline with his 3. Now Doncic on the wing, Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Curry outside. It counts.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. The bustling city of Portland. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Mavericks. Right now at the playoff start, they would have the 7th seed. And checking out Portland, just a couple spots back.
You know, right now, Dallas, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Boy, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic out there with Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
No good from Finney-Smith.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Curry with the 3. Dallas again missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Passes to Lillard. Doncic with the steal. Here's Curry. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Hey, he's so good at running to the right spot at the right time in transition. Seth Curry, somebody you've got to have an eye on in the open court.
And Anthony gets it to go. As you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
And the basket is good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Now Curry. After the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Curry with it. From deep. Rebound by Nurkic.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here is Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. There's the dish to Carmelo. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Doncic. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 5. McCollum outside. .41 seconds left to play in the first. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. The Mavericks also with a sub. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Seth Curry. 3 on the clock. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Doncic against McCollum. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Doncic against Lillard. Down low, Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
And so the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got J.J. Barea. Also, Trey Burke out there. White is out there with Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the 4. Got that bucket in no time at all.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Inside, and finished off by Hezonja.
Looking to finish strong whenever he's close to the basket. Hezonja, pretty impressive athlete.
Now Barea, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Hezonja. Here's Whiteside. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Whiteside's got 4 points now in the quarter. Mavericks trail by 6. White dishes to Barea, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Here's Simons. No good on the 3. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Passed a little. Over right. Kleba with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
From deep, Barea. Here's Kleba. He's covered by Whiteside. Kleba, no good. Portland trailing here. And they're running. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. 9 points for Hassan Whiteside. Little comes with a double team. Here's Burke. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for DeLon Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. Porzingis scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Here's Nurkic. The short one's on the money. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Lillard outside. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Kleba, the pass to Hardaway. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Lillard comes with the double team. Chalk up 2 there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Doncic, here we go. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Lillard misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind 2. And that'll about...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And Doncic, here we go. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Lillard against Doncic. Anthony, the pass to Collins. With his first shot attempt, misses off the left iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already
making an impact.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. Collins finds Anthony, launches it, and the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. The Mavericks also with a sub. Wright's checked in, and Doncic is right there. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Wright, left side. From deep. Finney Smith can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. A 3 from McCollum buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Doncic. 12 points for him, and it's in there.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Collins kicks to Anthony. Now, here's Nurkic. 6 points for him. Nice D from Porzingis.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Trey Burke's checked in for Dallas. Trailblazers trail by 6. Trent passes to Simons. Kicks to Little to end the run. Pass to Simons. Here's Trent, guarded by Barea. Over to the wing. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lasagna, the pass to Little. Offensive rebound, Trent. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Dallas gets called for the foul. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Marjanovic kicks to Wright. 3-pointer. Nailed from 3-point land. Wright's got 6 points.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Little. And the layup's good off the glass.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Barea. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
3-pointer right. A rebound by Lasagna. Portland's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lasagna's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Let's just call him No Fear Lasagna, a committed scorer who knows how to ward off contact.
Barea, the pass to Marjanovic. We've got 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Barea looking over the floor. Hits the 3-point bomb. Berea's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
It's hard to know what Berea's going to do in the pick and roll. I mean, he keeps the defense off balance, and not only is he an excellent passer, but he's a very good shooter out of the pick and roll, too.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Mavericks ahead as they wrap up the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Dallas, Curry is out there with Wright. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Tries again, and Marjanovic with the layup.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Three-pointer, Lillard. But they get it back. He kicks it to Whiteside. Lillard scanning the floor. Trent passes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Out to the wing, from the arc. Here's Marjanovic, and the rejection by Collins. Lillard, right side. Anthony, the pass to Trent. Lillard way outside. Lillard again missing.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Doncic finds Curry. Lets it go with a 3. They get it again. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Van showing some terrific range. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Curry with it. Covered by Anthony. Curry can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And Porzingis, here we go. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The 7'3" Latvian Porzingis is used to overcoming tough defense. Poise from the big man.
Three-pointer, Lillard. From deep. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Mavericks leading by 6. Left side, Porzingis. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Collins, that's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 4th assist in this one.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
And really the deep.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Guys, you know, Porzingis is so skilled as an offensive player. We've become accustomed to this kind of performance from him.
To the left side wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. And Doncic. Here we go. And yes, it's good. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another three for Dallas.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Tips it, and Whiteside stays right with it.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Out to Doncic. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. And here is Doncic. There's the triple. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close,
the blue line making its way up. Now it's in. Well, and I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do too. Thanks for that report. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Boston. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And, you know, for Boston, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling along.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at center.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Now here's Tatum, following the missed shot by Nurkic. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Efficiency. I mean, that's an area where Walker has improved. No need to force it. Keep your eyes up. Make the right basketball play.
Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Kicks it to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on their offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Can't hit from in close.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals.
Tatum drives in.
Beautiful job by Tatum right there. I mean, the ball handling skills incredibly advanced for such a young front court player.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Collins in the post. Brown's there. Here's Lillard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Lillard. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. Chris, a lot of teams have players that set exceptional screens. And that doesn't really show up in the statistics in the pages we get, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I tell you what, there was a survey done asking some of the players who sets the best screens, and it was unanimous. It was Mr. Adams out there in OKC. Not only does he set screens, but when he sets screens, he cuts to the basket so hard that usually he'll get the offensive rebound. That's why he was second in offensive rebounding in this league. And when you talk about rebounding and setting screens, you got to look at Drummond, Al Horford. I mean, some really good guys that'll get you space.
Boy, those are good numbers and good names you rattle off there. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Brown kicks to Tatum. Pass to Hayward. Celtics passing it around, and here's Brown outside. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
From outside the arc. Rebound, Boston. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Wow. I am more impressed by Tatum every time I watch him. That's a veteran.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. From deep three-point range. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in a shooting guard. 4 on the shot clock. Williams finds Smart, and here's Brown outside. He's off on that one. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Now the pass to Trent. Here's Simons, guarded by Smart. Pass to Little. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's Simons missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling. He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Little with the ball. Brown's there. Pass to Simons. Here's Hazonia. The 17-footer. Another shot. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Hassan Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Wanamaker the pass to Williams. Brown outside. Wanamaker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Cantor. Portland making their last shot. Wanamaker misses. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Brown.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
Here's Trent. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Simons. Outside against Cantor, the 17-footer. The putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Celtics leading by 6. And the pass to Wanamaker. Now here's Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Offensive rebound.
Everything looked good until the finish. And it all goes.
Pass to Cantor. In the corner, Smart with it. Cans it from downtown. Smart's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Right side, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Out of Willard High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked second in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
Now here's Brown, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. This break gives us a chance to see the league's best fast break teams in the second half of the season. They've really wrapped up the energy. Fifth best, the Trailblazers.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Kemba Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Smart kicks to Walker. Cantor against Whiteside. Lets it fly from 18. And another basket for Boston.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Though he may not explode off the floor, Tatum's length makes plays like this look easy.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Whiteside dishes to Anthony. McCollum outside. Lillard with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Trailblazers. That shot missing. And so it's Boston in control. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to. And that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Celtics. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game.
Rock solid start for him. I mean,
they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
And stolen by Tatum. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
That's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Shot by Collins, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Walker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Look, right there, the defense overcommits. Hayward with good awareness finds the open man.
Now here's Anthony. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Brown. Pass to Tice. Kicks it to Walker. From deep three-point range. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Kicks it out to Collins. To the paint. Here's Lillard. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
To the inside, and stolen by Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. That 3 off the mark. Celtics leading by 15.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the 1.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
That's a 2 from Lillard. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got rebound number 5 here tonight. See what you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. I mean, he's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with the chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Passes it to Hayward. Back to Wanamaker. On the wing, Williams. Over Collins. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. On its way from Hayward for 2. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony.
Well, very tricky with the pump fake. Hayward takes pride in fooling defenders out of his shoes.
Some changes for Boston. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Anthony drives in. Rejected by Walker. And he's able to get it back. 2 points. That one goes. And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Down low, Williams. A second chance effort. Celtics passing it around. Back to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Trailblazers trail by 13. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They are 4 for 9. The kick out to Williams. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And so Boston again turning it over.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
The Trailblazers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Anthony against Williams. McCollum outside. Simons the pass to Carmelo. Over Williams. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got C.J. McCollum. Anthony out there with Whiteside, and it's Simons in at the point. Williams kicks to Tatum. Back to Williams. Fires from 14, and he gets the jumper to drop. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Boston. Simons surveying the D. That one good for 2. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team, maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Here is Whiteside. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Whiteside. Yep, that one goes in there.
But that's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Here's Tatum. That shot is off. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And it's Anthony at the elbow. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
So it's Boston now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And Walker kicks to Tatum. Shot clock at 5, pushing it up. Here's Whiteside. Finished off the break. Whiteside's got 4 points this quarter.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Now, you can't tell me Walker is not one of the most fearless penetrators in the league. The D sometimes has no chance but to foul him hard.
Boston making some changes. Cantor checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Green in for Brown.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Fires from 14. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Damian Lillard.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Nice shot by Smart.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Anthony in the corner over Williams. Hits the front of the rim and out. Celtics leading by 8. Right side Green. Back to Smart. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waste.
The Celtics making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Anthony, the pass to Collins. And he banks in the layup. Collins has got his first bucket in this one.
Strong buckets like this help energize guys. I mean, Collins looking like no one can hold him there.
Cantor inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. Nurkic with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. The pass to Wanamaker. Yep, that one goes.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Trailblazers trail by 7. From 12 feet out, Anthony. And staying with the play, Anthony.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And the shot is good.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
54 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Here's Wanamaker. Pass to Canner. That one drops for him. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard from outside. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Pass to Williams. In the corner, Smart with it. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Collins. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. It was up for grabs right until...